Motorist advisory, Route 236 is a gravel road 17 kilometers in length. Sounds like fun to me, what do you say? Well, good morning. I'm Pastor Les Chemist. Welcome to Cruisin' the Narrow Road. We are on the road towards Bonavista. Vista. Haven't decided exactly how far I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. Got a couple of options. We're just going to go sort of where the wind takes us here this morning. But this is a sad day. It is the last day of riding for me this season. I could possibly get in another small ride on Monday, but to be quite frank, I need to put the bikes away on Monday because the weather is going to be turning next week, and that'll be the day I need to get them put in. And it's not that it's a big process, but it's a bit of a process, so I need to get them in. I'm going to stop just up here. This is a spot I wanted to visit last year on my C50, and I missed the road. Just missed it. But I'm going to turn off in here. Hopefully there's no cars. And we're just going to go pop in here for 2 seconds to a place known as Rattle Falls. Rattle Falls, a beautiful little waterfall. I've had pictures of it here before. I've stopped here. I think I've put them on the channel before, but one of my favorite little spots to stop and have a look around. There's not an awful lot of water in the rivers right now. We've had a very dry summer, dry fall. I see where they've dammed it up a little bit to make a swimming hole, but beautiful little spot. You can walk all up around up to the top of the falls. There's about 2 or 3 stages to them, and a really beautiful spot, especially when there's a lot of water. But isn't that a sight now? That was a beautiful bike. Time to dig out the camera and take a few snaps of that. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the ride today. We are going to head on up now to a place called Loxton Path. We are going to do more of an adventure ride today. I was going to go to Bonavista, but I think I'm just going to take the gravel road across Loxton Path over to Stock Cove, Knights Cove area, then over to Keels, and then back home. Motorist advisory, Route 236 is a gravel road 17 kilometers in length. Sounds like fun to me, what do you say? Let's go for a 17-kilometer run through the woods. Here goes nothing, boys. Let's take a run through the woods, Loxton Path. Look out, Mr. Crow. Practice my riding standing up. 17 kilometers. This road isn't too bad, especially in as far as the campground, Loxton Path Provincial Park. But 17K. Well, let's see what happens in 17K. Well, we're getting 60K on a gravel road. I don't think that's too bad. A little bit muddy this morning. It didn't rain last night. It was absolutely clear, but the colder temperatures and just the atmospheric conditions created a lot of dew, a lot of moisture. The pavement's wet this morning, and a beautiful area, man. Woohoo! Well, we're gonna have to stop and get some pictures here, I believe. We're going to stop right on that bridge. We're going to pull it over to the side and we're going to stop right on the bridge. Moose hunters probably in here today, although it's very, very warm. Highly unusual weather for us. I say it's unusual. We had it last year as well. Here it is, the 5th of November, and it's going to be like 15 degrees today. Monday is forecast to be 17. Now that's Celsius for all my American friends. That's Celsius, so that's incredibly warm for November for us here in Canada, especially up here in Newfoundland during this time of year. Normally we could have snow, and the fact is we had flurries the other day. We had our first snow flurries. It wasn't much, nothing stayed, there's no frost in the ground, it hasn't been cold enough, but the temperatures did dip down and the rain turned to snow. The other day, just a few flurries, very light, nothing much, but that's why I'm looking at the planning to take the bikes and put them away here soon. They'll be putting salt on the roads very, very shortly, and once the salt goes on the roads, I really don't want to be riding the bikes. It just corrodes them so bad. I just don't need that. I'd rather keep my bikes. I've had my C50 since 2016, and I really don't want to mess that up. It's a 2009, so I really don't want to it stayed good for all these years. I really don't want to mess it up. It's what, 13 years old now? 12 or 13, what is it? 13 years old now. So, and it's still in great shape. I won't say there isn't the odd blemish on it, because I've used it. Put on more kilometers this year than I think I ever have. I put on more kilometers. Yeah, I think I did put on more kilometers this year on it, but than last. And I did one trip around Nova Scotia. Just that trip alone was about 3,300 kilometers. So, you know, we've done a lot of going on it. I've only had this bike, the Vstrom, on the road since sometime early September. I didn't get it on the road till September. If you wonder about all that saga, you can check out my other videos about the Vstrom. And it needed work, and it needed to get needed to pass safety inspection to get on the road and all. And so I didn't get it on the road till September, time I got all the work done and everything. And I've already put it says 927 here on the trip meter, but I have actually put more than that on. I probably put 100 or so on before I set the trip meter, just to see how much I had done. So it's probably close to 1,000. It will be over 1,000 today by the time I get home. So the road now is deteriorated a little bit. Not that it's deteriorated, but it's not quite as smooth as the previous section. We've come in past the provincial park, and this is cabin country now. There'll be cabins. We'll pass up here a ways. This road is less maintained. This part of the road is not as maintained as well, and so I expect some rougher sections on this before we get over this run. But you know, I frequently in my videos I talk about how good God is, and you know, the Bible tells us that we're to praise the Lord among the nations, among the heathen, and you know, then when it says heathen, it means those who are unsaved. And I know there's some of you who watch this channel who are probably do not adhere to Christianity. You've never been saved. You've never come to know the Lord. And that's something one of the goals for the channel is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ and tell you that there is hope in Him, and then there's forgiveness in Him, and He can take your life and make it new, and make you a child of God, and give you a home in heaven. But you know, I want to praise the Lord all the time because of what He's done for me. I can't get over. I stand in awe, I suppose I say, of how God has taken care of me. Those of you who know this channel, who followed it, you know that both of these bikes were gifted to me, both of them. This Vstrom did cost me some money to get it shipped to me, but the family wanted me to have this bike, and you know, in memory of my friend Tony, and that's wonderful. I just stand in awe of God's goodness and how He's given me 2 motorcycles. You know, no, they're not new, they're not the greatest, bestest ones, but God has given me 2 very good, very functional, very decent bikes, and I thank the Lord for that. It's just like I say, I stand in awe, you know, and this channel has come about because of God's goodness, and so I just have to keep saying it. I just feel like I need to keep saying it. God is so good. little church. Wonder who the pastor is. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. It's been a really nice ride. Beautiful day, wonderful day. The wind is blowing a bit, but it's been just an absolute great ride. Wonderful time to take the bike off-road a little bit. The gravel roads worked perfectly. I just couldn't be happier with that. And I've enjoyed this season. I've really had a great season, put a lot of kilometers on, had a great time. I hope you've enjoyed the time with me. We will be not producing as many videos over the winter. Might seem at the odd time putting a video, but nothing regular. But I will see you again as soon as the riding season begins. It might be April, it might be May, not sure, depends on the weather here in Newfoundland. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Hope you have a happy New Year. And I'll catch you in the spring when we dig the Vstrom and the C50 back out. May God bless you. Have a great day.